Ladies and gentlemen, Ibrahim, beautiful morning, December 16th, 2023. It's a beautiful day now. You know, um, I'm going to title this message, When Would Sierra Leone Be the Number One in Something That Is Positive? You know, number one in terms of positivity, good things, right? And I'm going to compare this with certain nations, them. Because again, I don't compare Sierra Leone to America, I don't use London, I don't use Paris, I don't use none of these established long time, where we all sabi typically Salone, we all say America don't go before long time, England don't go before long time, France don't go before long time, Germany don't go before long time. I don't compare Sierra Leone to those countries. The countries where I always like for compare Sierra Leone to are the Singapores, the Dubai's, the Abu Dhabi's, right? These are the South Koreas. These are the countries where we want to compare ourselves to. Heck, we can even go Ghana, We can even begin compare Sierra Leone. Of course, Niger. We don't see how Niger don't transform themselves, into one of the fastest growing economies in Africa now. So now Sierra Leone, the country we want to compare. Therefore your lazy excuses where some man for come for talk about this message. Oh, and they give you chance. Then they give any opposition we sit down, they Allah say they not give a chance, they are inept, they are unfit, they're not qualified, they don't know what they're doing, they don't even get a goal. Any government we sit down, they complain, say they not get a chance. That is the worst you can ever imagine. These are people that are looking for any excuse for make sure say they don't do nothing for the people. We see the deplorable lives of our citizens day like today. Go there and slum them. Go see around the shanty towns. I call those shanty places. Go see Bomme, go see Sopit, go see Krube, all inside the day. Go see, let you see how people live their life, how pathetic it is. And this has been going on for generations after generations. We grow up, we born, we meet the same lifestyle. It's still going on, nothing has changed. Only two salute people that will get over some time. It's a little bit of peace and all of that. Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad. But like I say, the title the audio, like how Cashbox can title in your audio there. And I don't see me know the title audio. Or I can just tell now what I talk about. When me say we begin title, I just remember I say that title. Before I even talk about, when would Sierra Leone, comparing to all of these other countries them, who stands alone go be number one pan something, we could be a very good thing, positive thing in the world. When would Sierra Leone be number one? Before I even talk about that, there's a few things so I just want get off the bat before I forget. So I go deep into a message. That'll mix them up this morning. First of all, to the families of Mr. BK Fofana, my sympathy goes out to you all there. I the case. I know say I don't hear that Monday on a couple of occasions, but me not to I not to avidly they listen and follow people. So, but I don't really remember any interactions as much, but I believe, say it is either it has been somebody we really believe in what would they do, and it believes in me. I don't know. It doesn't really matter at this point, but I know say no more the amount of messages where I see where people mean well for them. I think it's a beautiful thing. So I just want to join everybody else for send me condolence to the family out there of Mr. BK Fofana. And everything gets him. And he say, something they the good people and they die, they the bad one, they still here amongst we. So, let God be a good road, let God guide them, let God forgive him sin and have mercy upon them. At least we know say he's not a serial killer, at least we know say he'll be engaged in any atrocious crimes and activities. So, I'm sure, God go take care of him. And I also just want for, just tell people if you like a girl picking a house when they don't reach that age where they listen again and they don't begin that man business wahala. There's a movie on Netflix where I want to watch Papa Mama picking when I put up on a girl picking on a look up. Say if you don't reach that age where I don't know it's in the panda within that man business or woman business, they don't pick it and they listen again. And why you one word. So that movie on Netflix is called Blood Vessels. Blood Vessel. It's on Netflix. I know say Netflix different from location to location, but now America it's Blood Vessel. So if you're in England or you're Africa, you're in a salon, you for watch them. You now get access to Netflix. And I know say that in about 10% of the population, and they get that kind of access. They wanna watch them. It's very nice for now get girl picking them when they reach that age, when they listen. because it could continue not just to reinforce me. I believe in letting people see things and teach them, practically. So before they go into the practical scene, let them see, what it's like. What it's like when they listen to Mama and Papa. It's a very, a nice movie. So basically, for the one that want to get for able to watch that movie on Netflix, what's in the movie they about for when I get girl picking them, this young girl picking, don't become. Don't get boyfriend at the area when papa no glad for. So when papa lock her in room, inside in bedroom, say not for going inside, not for go see that body and all that stuff today. But of course, girl picking. Unfortunately, we don't get belly now self. So when papa no be know. So the day when papa go feed him, because the papa lock in a room, he go for go get and eat and this and that. And the picking tell the picking say in one the picking go to do, but in one the picking promise and say no go see that body again. Of course now the picking he said no, papa. He say, matter of fact, he said the man will talk to self, I get belly for her right now. It's a young picking, I think, and they finish high school or something along that line. So of course, in papa not be happy. So he lock him back inside the room. He go. While he go, now in the bubble cam for can find the picking. So he come now in room window. He can meet the picking. Now him, the picking tell him exactly what don't go on between him and papa. So the bubble now cut the air condition. They when I AC them now within the hose, right? It cuts the wire with like the cage where they protect the AC, let it not if use axle blade, they cut them, then push the AC, and then the picking come out, then pull the picking come out, outside. Then they run away now. When they run away, first of all, ice they run away, then go meet up chaos na the tongue. Some youth they will be, kill a soldier, where them burn the soldier alive because they protest against the oil, where they get, when they thief in their region. Then youth send the police them, the soldier then come for can chase them. Then pick go meet up that kata they for self, then get for hide. Then they hide now like a shipyard. Now they one man they we get access to them, boats them. They couldn't can get in Tola where they go fishing and they go like overseas, Spain and this and that. And then go pay this man small money. This man take them, he go hide it inside the boat, so then go japa, because I say they call it Nigeria for japa, go overseas. Unfortunately, the man we get in boats, the white guy, is a very cruel guy. Longest short of the story is the fend them picking there, the guy end up for shoot this girl picking and kill her inside the boats there. So again, if that picking be listen to a papa, listen to a mama, when they tell and say, do you what be another until the that ending where go meet so for them to go shoot on a head na the vessel. And this was based on a true story where one of the Bobo will survive and can tell all the story. So it's a very nice movie for them picking them when they listen to them, mama and papa them, especially the girl picking them. And listen to their parents. Take advice from their parents. Now, out of experience that they talk to her. So I will just want to share that, And also, of course, we know at the area a lot of audios them, people in the prejudice, they matter them. Of course, we don't talk for APC. APC, a whole political party, is an institution. They have very sound-minded individuals. They're not waiting for do. We've been saving democracy for 5 years. It gets to a point where, at least, we have a responsibility now to just make sure we look out for Sierra Leone itself as a nation, right? The poor, innocent people. But the area man inside, we don't tell them say we left there for the talk about them case there, we left for prejudice them case there. So, but people they come and they can pass verdicts and they can talk about how former President Nkrumah is guilty of a crime and this and that, and don't charge them and for pay this money, pay that money without even knowing the facts. And we they see what thing they happen right now. When you look at the way we the SLPP or this current illegitimate government they go, we don't get no right for superintend over the issues of Sierra Leone. We don't get no right for do what they do right now in Sierra Leone, because we also will not get proper elections. The whole world does not recognize this as a government. We see what they do. It's appeasing their social media base, appeasing their southeastern base, just to prove a point to say that we don't get them. Again, this goes back all the way to the 1960s. We know Albert Magaidu, when I lead to Shaka Stevens era for 28 years in power or plus. And then the NPRC came, the President Buren came, they overthrow Joseph Saidu Momo from a coup, and overthrow Joseph Saidu Momo. And then 1996, Marabio lead another coup again with the overthrow Strasser, and again 2023, June 24th elections was another coup, against the people of Sierra Leone, because when you take away the rights of the people to vote, which is the last thing anybody would do, you take away their rights to their votes, in the sense that their results of the nation don't reflect their vote. You don't respect that sanctimony. You don't respect, the will of the people. You don't respect the choices of the people. And then you don't lose all legitimacy, authority, and power. We keep saying these things. But with the Yeri people in the social media, they still come and prejudice the case. I make like we don't say I want common on social media, but how you common on social media? When you hear some of these, things that you hear, say it's wrong, because these guys have no respect for their own government. And if they don't get respect for the government, then what can we say? So these are the things that we keep saying. But these guys don't listen. It's like it's a free reign for everybody. Everybody just come and talk what they want for talk. At the end of the day, they don't want other people to say stuff, which is not right. Again, section 25, subsection, 1 and 2 all the way makes it very clear that every citizen has the protections to their freedoms of expression in the media. We all know these things, right? And it's enshrined in the Constitution. So everybody has a right to speak freely. Nobody should be held against, the rights as imbibed in the Constitution. But we don't see them in Sierra Leone delicate today. They're actually threatening people. You cannot speak up. When you speak up, then come after you. When you speak up, they say, oh, you're not to SLPP, or you're not to Sierra Leonean. So if they support this government, you're anti-government, basically. You have to support them at all costs. So is that a democracy? And they ask this question. And everybody knows it's in democracy, man. It is the fact that, again, when you go to section 25, section 26, everybody has a right to assembly and association, right? You get a right for belong. Who say you want for belong? It's your choice. Not to nobody for pick for you, not nobody for force you, not to anybody for tell you what you for do, what I for support, what I do for support. That is what democracy means, right? So people like myself, we stand at the door for continuing for sensitize and educate, because one thing will be on CPANs alone. The average Sierra Leonean memory span is very short. We don't remember things, and we can do because we don't believe in history. I remember the time where we go to Rwanda. They get this whole public place where it's like a museum where you go see, matter of fact, the people that were then killed, the victims of the genocide. Some of the images were saved in that museum. The gruesome images, you see them. History is very important. What we do not Sierra Leone, the mistake what we make, it is the fact that we don't respect history. Comrade Kocha will tell me something about the fact that I tell we all, we talk and I audio them. We tell you about the 2002 when they signed the final peace accord for say peace don't come, rebel war don't done. When they take all the gun them, they take them and destroy them. When I end up be the youngest man in the room where they tell them, say, hey, but then go there alone, not destroy them. Let put them in a museum, let people even see them. They give them examples saying that Guinea, Mali, Seychelles, Couture, Sword, Titi, Geta, or Uda. Even talk about this guy in Uganda, Museveni. In 17 weapons, they also we use as a revolution. They save them. History is a very important. I tell Sierra Leoneans them. This is part of my civic drive, civic education that we keep talking about. History is very important. History now ain't gonna make we not go back to we come out. But Sierra Leone like today we've forgotten the history. When you look at even the actions of the judiciary, you go say yes, these are the problems we'll get now in society. You look at the judiciary today, the same judiciary will say they were the number one cause of the River War. Now the same judiciary this way, where they see how they multifacetedly, they attack, they attack the former president, attack Samuel Kamara at a time where they are dealing with another case and can mix one one with totally unrelated, right? You say, oh, we don't get them at the vulnerable moment. You see, these are the things what they say. So now that they are very vulnerable, let us get them. Oh, if I pay we 100 and please million, this, that, blah, 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 all of that stuff. Again, the judiciary was the number one cause of the Rebel War. Why do we forget these things so quick? But Salon, that's Sierra Leone for we. This is the nation that we have. And that is why it's very important. And that is why it's very crucial for us as Sierra Leoneans to value history, value civic education, and make sure say we stay informed. We not for only skew the information for benefit we. The information should be reflective of every Sierra Leonean's point of view. That entire with the sit owner. So some people let them left for prejudice their matter they are. Let people left for charge the former president of a crime. They are not judges and lawyers and all of that. Let them stop for kind of social media to discuss these things here. So like for say they get all the power and authority to do it. They are not. So let them stop for prejudice their matter they are. Because for as long as they're doing this, you have people like myself. Again, me not go be the lawyer for President Koroma. Again, lawyer them. Again, people them. They don't stay quiet all these years. He has his reason to. So I think say, that's why, the SLPP see an opportunity to capitalize now. because when you don't get a narrative, you don't get a message, people don't know what you stand for. So people will build narratives for you. And that is why being quiet in African politics is the last thing anybody can do. And that is the terrible mistake that these guys have done. So that's the thing. When you stay quiet, people, they build a narrative for you, and that is what has happened with the former president. They don't build a narrative for him because nobody will ever know his point of view. We not really talk, we not really give interviews and stuff like that. But I believe, say, the APC as a political party go stand up for the former president when they belong to them political party. Then go stand up for the former chairman, belong to them political party. Not only can lecture APC again around them business. We know, say, if anything, we don't see APC for what it is. APC is one of the most selfish political parties you can belong to. Now everybody they fight for aid. APC na the party na fight for aid. Now the SLPP down at CISO. When Tijan Kavadi in power, when Charles Taylor did a special court, they cry, they say, but why didn't they bring Ali Kaba Kanaya? When I see we, even former President Kuruma protect Ali Kaba, because if he get the power, then for sale, Ali Kaba go testify. But even former President Kuruma not enforce the laws. You see, you cannot do that to the law. Just because we want peace, not mean say you forgo against the dictates of the law. You want peace, not mean say, you cannot do that to the law. Just because I want peace, not mean say my neighbor who can cause some issues, allow and let go free, because in the name of I want peace. No. I want peace means say I for stop putting the happen so let it not happen again. That is the whole thing about peace. That is the whole thing about peace. The way we stabilize peace, the way you keep peace, therefore make sure say you keep. Yeah, you use the law. So that was an opportunity there. Charles Taylor at the special court the Allah. He said, but where Ali Kabale come now? He can testify why Ali Kabale not come now.
Ali Kaba, who, by the way, if it were possible, we'll still bring him to this court because I think he's available, he's just frightened. Ali Kaba said to me that within the armed forces of Sierra Leone and the police and the other security apparatus, he had all of the assistance that he needed, and that the men he was training in Libya would return directly to Sierra Leone, and that upon the return from inside Sierra Leone, they will launch the revolution. So,
well, I read them video today, but President Nkrumah deliberately not allow Ali Kaba to go testify. You see, these are the things. Well, that is the difference with the SLPP. So the SLPP, of course, then they show and now say yes, we use the law. So peace, they don't care about the peace. The country, if peace there or peace not there, then say no, they go by the law. Illegal now, then they go by the law. That is what happened at Sierra Leone today. Charles Taylor recalls say Ali Kabana Sabina di Mataba. But you see how SLPP they protect their own there? But the APC party, the most unlucky political party in Africa. All man for himself, all man on your own. That is the problem that we have in our nation. As you get issues, so you're on your own. All man are secret. Nobody will come out publicly to stand with you. Nobody. Na secret, I'll go find no more quietly. Yes, the case then at the government here now. At the APC standing for you. Whilst the SLPP, when I remember they arrest Lael Lawrence Lima. When Lael Lawrence Lima, not to even what he say because remember we're going to 19th when he said the military has a responsibility to protect this constitution.
It is always the duty of the military to intervene to protect this constitution.
And I'm the life now. But the SLPP stand with her. It did not commit a crime. It is his right to free speech. For let somebody say yes, the military gets a right to protect the constitution. It is an absolute fact. It is in the constitution that the military gets a responsibility to protect the constitution. It did. So for anybody come out and talk, it don't mean they don't commit a crime. Just like Lawrence Lima not be commit a crime at all under no circumstances. It was his legitimate right to speak up about that. Say if the government go against the will of the people, as prescribed in section 5, we connect section 165, we say the military get responsibility, subsection 2. So 165 subsection 2, you connect them to section 5, subsection 2 of the 1991 Constitution. It tells you plain and clear. It says sovereignty belongs to the people. Right? Sovereignty belongs to the people. Through this constitution, the government derives its legitimacy, its authority, and its power from the people. And at the same way, the military gets a responsibility to protect the constitution as well. Therefore, stand by the people. Therefore, protect the wishes of the people. That is all it is saying. So, Lionel Lima was correct. And now we get fault, we get no crime. They're not chasing for that too. It go to 98.1, where you say go force entry inside there and this and that. They arrest them for that. What we see, the chairman of the party, Lawrence Lima, Prince Adi, the chairman of the party, Prince Adi, that's when they forward for go protest for Lawrence Lima.
While speaking, the chairman and leader of the party, Dr. Prince Hardin, called for the immediate resignation of the Inspector General of Police, Francis Munu, for referring to members of the SLPP as idlers and as such cannot provide security for the electoral period, and maintained that he is disappointed at him for making such uncalled for remarks. The incident, he however maintained, has made them more robust and resilient in their campaign to winning the March 2018 general elections.
To argue, with all due respect, his statements are not reflective of voting would expect of an IG to be able to conduct this election, in the sense that policing this election. That statement that we will not get open and useless person. I think for retractor, and I'm calling for his resignation, and we are going to move for his resignation, because a very sensitive question it is. Not only the security of our people, but the security of this nation. We don't come far too far for a senior police, the most senior police officer, for call the main opposition party that we are idlers. Let me go talk. Yeah, I know he is that word panel, because I'm more responsible, I'm more respected, and I'm more learned than him. With all due respect to him.
That is the SLPP party for you. And no matter what you do, then they stand by you. But what we have in the APC is a bunch of selfish zealots. That's all they are. Everybody stand on their own. And as something meet you, they don't push away from you. That is the difference of the APC and the SLPP. And that is why former President Nkrumah is going what he's going through now. Now watch, nobody stand. Nobody's not going to take a stand. Nobody, I don't care what it is. They will not take a stand. Yana any pulling himself in it. But he as the leader, for 6 years, himself not stand by anybody, we will see. Tito me or even Akisoya. Who that is stand with me or even Akisoya? Now the former president of Liberia, President Nkrumah, all Tino and the Mexican statesman. All man go visit our house, a statesman. All man go visit our house. No statements, no interviews. Now Unashiri, the former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, when they begin to torment her, and they go harass his family, then come out, speak up, say, come for me.
I have now a situation where my son's home is being raided for things that I don't understand. So I ask myself, what does this government want? Because if it wants me, the fact that I've been silent doesn't mean I'm scared. Come for me. What does my mother have to do with anything? What does my children have to do with anything? Kama shida yenu ni mimi, I'm here. Right?
There is a way to speak to your nation. There is a way to talk to your people. You don't need to tell people and say, when I prepare yourself, when I ready, when I this and that, no, you don't need to talk. The way to talk to your people, I swear to God, you give them so much energy where they make brah. They know what to do. The African people are not stupid people. They're not fool. Some people are not fool. But when you left the people, you abandoned them for so long. Now nobody knows waiting. Everybody confused. Like the state stand over there in our country like it today. But like I say again, it's just a preamble. I want to talk about, why Sierra Leone is not number one by anything. I see a video the other day, before I even go back to my message now, of immigrants them. A small island where they're close to Spain, a Spanish island, small island, where Africans, they migrate. Of course, I don't say we brother and sister, and they die not to come on our water. But when they survive, then cross through, then go to the island, there is a father, a priest, a woman. Where they help them, they take care of them. It's so sad for Africa. So man, they reach there for workers, because the boats where they loaded themselves, they pack themselves like a sardine inside them boats, and they take them 6-7 days that water.
He knows that everyone who arrives here has risked their life. This year alone, hundreds could only be recovered dead by sea rescue organizations.
What drives them to cram themselves into a boat like that for 5 to 7 days in terrible conditions hardly anything to eat, the stifling heat and the cold.
Under those kinds of conditions, we started sitting there in the toilet, we started sitting there in the piss, all kind of stuff. You know, it just reminds me, there is a movie, a documentary on a boat where they call Clotilda. Clotilda was the last shipping boat we left the shores of Africa, where they can take slaves them, carrying go to Alabama. Clotilda, and the last boat that one day, where you see the guy them, they know say them violate every laws. When they reach the boat, then sink her. They explode the boat, then sink her. Recently, they fen parts of the boat. You know, people when they do research, they know which they talk. Clotilda was the last boat we left the shores of Africa with slaves them. Now the family members of those people, of course, they are leading this fight. You know, there is a whole town called African Town, you know, where they on Nandi. The documentary is on, I think it's either on Prime or it's on Netflix or it's on Disney. One of those. If you don't get all the access, then you will go see them. But look at them, Clotilda. Or if you're gonna Google, take your phone, just Google Clotilda. It will tell you more about, you know, whose platform, whose streaming platform you give for watch Clotilda. But it just reminds me of the days of slavery. Now the same thing with brother and sister, and they do so now. Pack themselves in a boat voluntarily to go sell themselves off as slaves. Back then, and they can buy them. You know, now voluntary slavery. Everybody they pack themselves in a boats then and go. But into they're fleeing the shores of Africa. African leaders are seeing these. They see the video, they see the evidence system. Why then Guyana will come together? So along that line is what leads me to my story now. You know, I go, I see, there's this country, a very small country. They call Liechtenstein. It is between Sweden, you know, Germany. From that country, therefore, drive go Zurich, Germany is about 1.5 hours. You know, it's a country on its own. One of the most prosperous nations on earth.
In a world where most countries struggle to reach a per capita of $50,000, Liechtenstein boasts an incredible per capita of $170,000, according to international sources.
We'll talk about peace and everything. Liechtenstein. But some people, this country, I'm telling you, of course, there's no crime. They don't get no debt. Then GDP per capita, which means every citizen of the nation, even though it's a small population. Then GDP per capita, if you follow me on Twitter, go to Twitter, the video is there. If you follow me on Facebook, go to Facebook, the video is there. You can go listen to it more. Then GDP per capita is over $100,000. It is the second in the world. Women say every person in the country, they make over $120,000 to $130,000 a year. That is the GDP per capita. Where we Sierra Leone delegate today, I think with GDP, well, according to MCC, I think it's maybe what's 1,400. I will need to look that up. Cashbox will correct me on this one, but I know it's nothing. Sierra Leone people they live on less than $2 a day. So it's nothing to compare that. But I'm looking at this nation. What thing catch my attention is the fact that Liechtenstein don't get no natural resources. They don't get gold, diamond, bauxite, rutile, iron ore, silver, copper, zinc, ilmenite, cobalt, lithium. They have nothing. I don't tell you, Sierra Leone get over 22 million resources out of the 32 in the world. Rubber, all of that. They don't get nothing natural mineral resources. What they get in cow them for get fresh milk. And they're the only country where they supply almost all the dental equipment them where they need in the world. And then the manufacturer. All the machine where you go to dentist, they go to dentist again. Less than 10% of the population. And then go see dentist. That's Sierra Leone. Them machine they already use, they already suction, you do the teeth them and clean your teeth, blah blah blah, remove them machine and then they make them from that small country, the Liechtenstein. So that's so then GDP per capita. This country is number one. No debt. The world. They don't get no debt. And they can force on Nandi. So you ask yourself the question, why Sierra Leone? With every mineral resources that we have, going back all the way to the early 50s, you have the Albert Magais, you have the Milton Magais, of course, Milton Magai forced the Albert Magai, we get the Shaka Stevens, we get Momo, we get Mada Biodem, the NPRC, we get the second NPRC, we get, the Tijan Kabaz, we get the AFRC, we get, President Kurumaz of the APC. We have all of these people for 60 years. There's never been an agenda for get the people out of poverty forever. Sierra Leone is capable. Just like we Cashbox, the town up a message is there. No Sierra Leonean should go to bed hungry. No Sierra Leonean, not for they make less than $50,000-$60,000 a year, the equivalence, because of all of our natural resources. No Sierra Leonean, matter of fact, we're not for they even work boku. Or for they like Dubai, 80% of the population are foreigners and they can't work for them. Then they control the critical areas in the country. We put tribalism aside. We put tribesmen aside. We put region aside. We put political party aside. This Liechtenstein then gets 25-member parliament. Then parliament all at 25-member. But everything is working for everybody. Peaceful country, beautiful landscape, clean country, decent, no corruption, no crime, no nothing. Everybody get a fair share. Everybody live a good life. There are many countries like that. I don't see no reason why Salona forbid that country. So this is part of the civic education we're teaching our people. Who STEM Salon could be number one in terms of positive. Not to where you go normal, you go look the poverty scale. They can of power. I say, I not be meet no money in the government. When they can say, I not be meet no money in the bank. But when the campaign, I would say, they get all the solutions to the problems for fixing the country. But then take power so they begin to say, I not be meet money in the bank. The 500 million they say left, they not a lie. Hey, look at Chansky Bill the under. All man, like get. Which I go get? Exploit with timber them. Exploit with marine resources. With water, we not get no control of them. Liechtenstein not get water. They go get water. Now, when a brother Cashbox to tell for say, brother tell we say, what you can make from with water alone? It's more than $4 million a year. From with water, if we control with water alone, we make enough money for take care of all with teachers, police, military, give them all the best life that they deserve. Nurses, doctors. Look at the healthcare system like it today. It's nothing to write home about. We have nothing. What to do? Because of the one watchword, confidence. Oh, brother Cashbox, they teach we about. No, so confidence. Confidence is everything. When you get a government, we're illegitimate. Whose side confidence they come out? When the world knows this man, President Joe Biden, not even congratulate on it. Whose side confidence they come out? Now they celebrate MCC again. Now I would dig up a research. We say Tonkolili mines alone, waiting it is good for another 60 years. It's worth over $1.6 trillion. We Cashbox do the calculation based off of the price of 1 ton of iron ore. They can get 13 billion tons of iron ore sitting at Tonkolili alone. Every year, that they give you about $27 billion. Just Tonkolili. I'm not talking about nothing else. I'm not talking about diamond. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm not talking about all the other Marampa mines. I say Tonkolili. The iron ore deposit will get that Tonkolili is good for 60 years and it's worth $1.6 trillion. And we get $27 billion every year just from that alone. Why Sierra Leone not be number one today? Every well-meaning Sierra Leonean should ask themselves these questions. This is how we should think. When you travel outside of Sierra Leone, your passports notice puts the Soso Yalonga Limba Loco. It says Sierra Leonean. Sierra Leone forget one of the best passports in the world. Sierra Leone forget one of the kind of passports when inside where you go, so we yiba. Also for shake, people have for tremble. Sierra Leone deserve that. We have everything that it takes to do it, but because of selfishness, greed, thievery, tribalism, nepotism, ineptitude, where they pick on educated leaders, them we're not informed by research or anything. They have no agenda other than pushing tribes, pushing their brothers and sisters only. They have no agenda of fostering national cohesion for ensuring they unite the country. They don't get no understanding of what true democracy means, but they came through power via democracy. But they don't sabi what in real democracy means at all. They have no value for the word itself, democracy. They're only using it as a tool. So this is the thing where, we as Sierra Leoneans have to ask ourselves. You see countries like Liechtenstein, the people they live in so much peace. I always tell you this, when you go to these other countries, the one thing where you see, na peace and stability in the nation. As you reach that end country, then the way you go Singapore, where you go South Korea, where you go to Dubai, what you see na peace, na tranquility, what you see na happiness and joy. When you look the citizens them face, you see the peace, you see the harmony in their faces. You know the lie. When you go to that country, you see them. I remember when I did at South Korea, when we drive past the community them, and this is some of like the rural communities, because this was not even in Seoul, the capital, right? This was just in the rural areas. When you then Saturday morning, when you drive around, when you see the people and they come out and come out and pack them, they all can sit down and get in public park spaces them. When they come as family, then they come and spread. Then get in public park, then they salon people them. When the people and they go sit down, you see as family, then go, young families, old, they spread the whatever, then get blankets on the floor, then get them small grill where they go with they. Then sit them as a family and they get a good time. Go to Sierra Leone. Who does sabi but that? I'm not Sierra Leone and sabi for come out as a family, then go sit down. Families are not even united. There is no love in families anymore because of poverty. But you see them people that then come to the yard and they come out that Saturday morning, then they go as a family, then picking them. You see the picking and get joy. Some people are like one of the cow can talk. We talk based off of the experiences and everything we also don't see. As we don't travel and they see the world. Like I say again, I don't compare Salon to America or England or France. No, I'm going to use the Dubais. I go use the Singapore. I go use the South Korea. Even Rwanda, all of those countries. Ghana, safe. We use them. Look at Sierra Leone, how we did. For a nation with less than 7 almost million people. A country with less than almost million people. With all the mineral wealth that we have. Salon people. It's tough. It's sad. So we have to bring communities back. Ustens alone could be number one and something we're good. When you look at the history, you look at, Google. You're not even Idris Elba. It talk and civilized one no more. But we history of Sierra Leone. Because we don't get a brutal rebel war. Look at Rwanda. Because they augment, they hold on to that them past day. They make sure say the world knows say we are cognizant. We know exactly what's happening in our country, and we know say it not go happen again, we're not going to repeat it again. Then develop the country. They get 24 electricity, advancement, roads. Not to all say 100% like Rwanda. No, they still get poor areas them. But the majority of the population, they don't bring them come up to par. At least 90% of the population is engaged. They are civilized. They get internet. They get electricity. But we Sierra Leone today, less than 10% of the population of the country now electrified. Yeah, West African power pool. If you're here again, that light will forget for every coast. Not here again. Hospital dilapidated, better not the people don't get access to proper healthcare, and they all did it on politics. They find way forget other people, go after other people. They're just constantly attacking people. Nothing productive, nothing is coming out of it. Sierra will become number one again. I say Liechtenstein, a small country, not get no natural resources. But then people can get them cow, they're manufacturing, so they manufacture and supply the one world. Everything we get for do with dental machines, them that they supply the world. We get electric batteries, cobalt and lithium. We for make electric battery for electric vehicles. We are the next best thing in the world. We not even get a projection target to say in Sierra Leone because we have get small percent of cobalt and lithium where they make electric battery. How we for attract investors them for come make the battery. If not only to carry itself, but the battery for make kind of the country. Then we for supply lithium outside to car manufacturers them. You know how much job that they go create? You know how much that they go add to with GDP? You know how much that they go add to with GDP per capita? All of these things, Sierra Leoneans them. These are the things we like for pay attention to and focus. Now then, social media they argue for political party constantly. Some of them they overseas now they live a very good life. But when I prefer when a country are lucky and get swear, dirty and filthy. You go Sierra Leone, which you see in chaos and confusion.
Okay, go. The return of Hungry Lion, Toke Binde out of control. Toke Binde out of control. Me commander Sidon and dream and fit say now Hungry Lion for go there and put them under control.
There is nothing to write home about. You look across the country, any side where you go, that filth, that dirty, nothing is happening. The roads are not paved, communities are not cleaned. When the country not clean, the people not go clean, and when people not clean, the people not they think properly. Everybody's out to get everybody. Witchcraft, demonic activities, everything is prevalent because the people are constantly just fighting to survive. When you get a nation like that, you get nothing productive. That is the difference with other nations like the Liechtenstein, with Singapore, with Dubai. When will Sierra Leone get to that level? When would Sierra Leone get to that point where it's about the people, where the governments would sit down every day, not for just give you flagship programs and lie to we, feeds alone, bull crap, toma bomb rice, bull crap. This is just painting narratives. It's about getting to work and fixing the core problems of our society. We get, again, the highest rate of pregnancies that I can today across the world, highest prostitution rate, highest infant mortality rate, picking they die, not so common. Highest maternal mortality rate, my mother would go born picking they die, not so common. What to do, Sierra Leoneans? We have to ask ourselves this question. The educational standards don't drop down to the minimum. There is no standards. Tell any picking where they class 6 or class, even the college themselves now, you ask them for right. Just bring somebody where you tell you say you don't get a master's in Sierra Leone over the last few years. Say, come back, sit down front me, write this paper. Write. Watch them when all this almost you don't say write. Man, they come on law school now, say if you tell us say right. It come on law school, a lawyer. I passed the LSAT, I passed bar in bar. I mean, I'm not saying this to demean anybody, but I'm just saying the facts now. Ask them, because you don't have right. Ask them for right. I tell you, know how bad we system don't they? Education is nothing. It's dropped. Proliferation of private schools. All man, private school. Instead of the government focusing public schools for everybody. Let we empower the schools them. Let we build the schools. Let we rehabilitate the schools. Let we make the schools then decent. Let we pay teachers them well. Let we pay headmasters well. Let we pay you based off of your educational qualifications. Let we get a standard salary structure of the country. Well, we know say if you graduate as a nurse with BSc or diploma, this is your pay. Step 1, step 2, to step 10. Depending on the years of experience that you have, this is what doctors would get. I don't see no reason why all doctors in Sierra Leone for they get at least $100,000 at the barest $100,000 salary. Which means you get $8,000 to $9,000 a month. I don't see why doctors are not for they get that. I don't see why teachers not for they get themselves at least $70,000, $80,000 a year. I don't see why nurses not for they get $80,000, $90,000 a year. I don't see why we're not for do inside Sierra Leone. There is no excuse, Salon people. These are the things we'll get for focus on. When would Sierra Leone be number one in something? Is it going to be in our own lifetime or not? We all other generations there. When are we going to stand up to say enough is enough? We have to give the people what they deserve. The people of Sierra Leone deserve happiness. They deserve love. They deserve caring. They deserve compassion. They deserve empathy. You have to see the conditions of these people and know say they deserve empathy. Feel for them. A lot of these guys don't live overseas, then see the life overseas. I don't know why they go back home and translate her. So Salon people, again, like I say, Liechtenstein, the videos on my Facebook page, they're on my Twitter page. And I go look them. Salon deserves so much better. And let's not give up. Let's continue to stand up to protect democracy. Let's defend democracy. Let's defend democracy. What we get in Salon today is illegitimate. When the people go vote, it is the results of the elections that should stand out, not to communicate, not to dialogue. And the world has made it clear that they don't support this nonsense. I see the MCC, they say they don't reconsider. And everybody, they celebrate, they are jubilating. It's a shame. MCC say that they reconsider. $400 million. What matter you get from the timbers alone, the timber sale, who say that guy Babadi Kamara put money for build the stadium and get past $500 million from timber alone. In one, them two man and they between themselves, Babadi Kamara and Marabio, then get over $500 million. But in the Gladi for MCC, $400 million, mere $400 million, where that's money we even Gisa alone self today, in order to go to the hand. You get for going trenches, and the US AID or would I ever get for the in charge and get for control the funding for go specifically towards the project where they get for embark on. And I believe so this particular one, I think they want this for electricity, but I think they want to focus on either electricity or water. Because we don't pull any BME, we don't even look MCC again as much. So these are the things they say they're celebrating for 400 million, bro. Well, for they make $4 million. Over $400 million every year. Would they make them from water? If not more. Some people, we deserve better. Yeah. I'll left and I think I don't speak enough. Bye bye, everybody. Have a beautiful Saturday.